What's up, y'all? All right. Thank you for being here. Don't know about you, but I had a great day today. Yeah. Lord blessed me with another day, and I made the best of it. All right. Had a little problem with one of my defensive tools, so I had to do a little gunsmithing work. Went over and saw my friends over there at Orlando Shooting Sports on East Colonial and practiced my freedom. So that always makes for a good day when that happens. All right. Let's see who's with us here. Let's see. All right.
I am.
Yeah, Lady Prepper's right here. She's with me tonight. It's the first time in 2 weeks. So I have to behave.
Tucker's sleeping on the couch.
Yeah, Tucker's on a Buzzman. All right. First one in. Yeah. What do you call a bad shot in Montana? I say a vegetarian. There we go. That's right. Wanda Landry's with us. Come on down. Who else is in the house? Debbie Jones, and I'm sure Rob is there. Thank you guys for being here with me tonight. Who else? Happy to see you. All right.
Happy to see you bottled 14 bottles of homemade wine today.
14 bottles of homemade wine. Did you
Cool.
pay your federal alcohol tax on that? All right. I hope you enjoy it, and I'm glad you're being productive. Yeah, from Georgia. All right. I was going to go through there last week, and I didn't get a chance to. Dadgummit. Greg Harmon's with us. My man, JS Genesis Design. Shalom, shalom, brother. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Come on down. Who else we got in here? Texas Raider. All right. All the way from Oklahoma. How's your weather holding out over there today, brother? I don't know if you watch Ryan Hall, y'all, on YouTube, but if you don't, you might want to give him a look, because whenever those storms start popping up down your way, he's on live, and he has storm chasers and weather spotters all over
This is pretty cool.
your area, and he has an awesome presentation, and it's live, and that's great. Craig is with me from North Carolina. Still waiting on you to come back and eat lunch.
We miss you, Craig.
Yeah, we miss you, brother. Come on back and see us. Bill Kilmer right there. Yeah, from my favorite gun range right there down in St. Cloud. Come on down. Who else we got in the house? CC's with us. Also in North Carolina. Craig's up there in North Carolina. So is CC. All right. Short-lived Saint. That's my brother right there. That's my gun range brother right there. Yeah, I talked to you on the phone the other day, and I made some modifications. That's what I was talking about here. I had to go try them out today, and they worked out well. Lynn Stalker's with us. One of the originals right there. Here's the other one right here. That's up two of my original cheerleaders, Tammy Joe and Lynn Stalker. Demo Man Don. All right. Did we get Hillville? Right there he is. Right there. All right. Come on. There's OVP. Go over and check that channel out, y'all. If you haven't checked his channel out. He's doing some stuff on bug out bags and get home bags and stuff like that. That's just amazing. It's some good stuff. It's back to basics, but it's great. So go over there and check his channel out. I guarantee you won't regret it, and he will appreciate it. And Tamara's back. All right, L&L Homestead. Thank you so much. Scruffy Scrubs, what was that meat you cooked up today? I saw that video. You didn't know what it was.
Mystery meat.
Yeah, mystery meat. Probably some of that lab-grown meat. David T4 is with us. Yeah, who else we got in here? We got anybody else in here I hadn't called out yet? Come on down. Let me see here. About to hit the bottom. I hit the bottom. All right. Now, he's all right. He's all right.
Yeah.
Tucker just came in the room. He was in there on the love seat asleep.
So if the camera falls over, I'll pick it up.
Yeah, if the camera goes boom, then just hang on. We'll be right back. Give you a little comedy relief there. But we think he's got dementia. He's getting at that age where dogs get dementia, and he's got all the signs, and it's just kind of sad. But we got to take care of him. He don't like to be alone. He just wanders sometimes and don't know where he's at. So we started giving him some medication yesterday, was it? Yeah.
He's had 2 doses so far, but he seems a little bit calmer.
But it looks like it might be helping him out a little bit. It's only been a couple of days, but it looks like it's helping him out. So hopefully my big old boy will be all right over there. But let's get on with what we came here to talk about, y'all. All right. First, right off the bat, we're getting close to giving away that solar generator. We need 17 more subscribers. When we hit 4,000, that's the magic number. I'll be giving away a solar generator. I wish I could give every one of you one, but I ain't. I'm broke, so I will give away one. But I had some more news from YouTube today. I'm gonna pick a bone right here. I'm gonna pick it hard too. Right here, look at this.
That bone, pick it hard.
Pick it, yeah, pick it. Today they pulled down one of my videos, one I did 2 years ago on small caliber defense.
2 years old.
Yeah, 2-year-old video, and they pulled it down. But I guess now they got a little more communist people working there than they did 2 years ago. We know they're fascists and socialists, but I guess they're getting a few more in there that's going back through these channels and picking out some videos and saying, no. Well, they sip their latte and tie their man buns up.
It's the creepy guy in his underwear in his mom's
We
basement.
we don't want to hurt their feelings. But I mean, to go back and pick a 2-year-old video and pull it out and say, we're going to take this one and throw it in the trash. Well, really, they can give a damn. I'm sure everybody that wanted to see it had seen it by now. But there was a little option there where I could click, and appeal that, What was I going to do? What was I going to do? Just click on that and say, well, you're more communist now than you were 2 years
Plus,
ago.
it'd bring more attention to you.
But hey,
that was smart not doing that.
Hopefully, if you wanted to see that, you saw it. I got it archived. If I want to post, you know what? I might post that again, just for the hell of it. But hey, I just thought it was kind of strange that they went back 2 years and picked out one of my videos to do away with. But right here's a good example of why that probably happened. This guy right here, James Gunn, he's the one that directed the new Superman movie. And he blames Donald Trump for it being in the trash overseas. It didn't get any play overseas at all. Nobody over there liked it. And he's blaming Donald Trump. He's saying that people overseas don't like Donald Trump. I don't give a damn.
What's that got to do with Superman?
Yeah, what's that got to do with the movie? The new Jurassic Park movie that they just rebooted, it came out over there at about the same time, and it made a fortune. It made like $400 million overseas.
Dinosaurs.
But his movie didn't, so he blames Trump. Here's the irony about all of that. That's the same guy that Disney fired. He was the one that did the first 2 Guardians movies. Mm-hmm. Excuse me, guys. He did the first 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies, which were massive hits. But Disney got wind of some text message or something he sent, like 5 years before that was politically incorrect, and they fired him. They told him he wouldn't be working for him anymore.
Star-Lord said nope.
Well, Chris Pratt, who's the main character in those movies, when they wanted to do the 3rd one, Chris Pratt said, nope, not doing it. Not until you hire him back and let him do it. So a good moral Christian man stood up for this limp-wristed, I won't say that word, this guy, and he got his job back. And now he's just jumped on board with all the liberals, even though it was a good conservative man, Christian male, white, that saved his job. Now he's all about all the woke crap, I guess, trying to save his own butt. So if you hadn't gone to see Superman, please don't. I mean, even the TV commercials for it, they got a little gay joke in it. So, and then he, himself, he did an interview and said that they were pushing the idea that Superman was an immigrant, an illegal immigrant. He came here illegally in the movie. So, let them have it. Just let them. Hopefully, I know they hadn't made their budget back yet. They're getting close to making their budget back. They're struggling to do that.
That's pretty sad.
So hopefully they won't. Hopefully they'll learn a lesson like they did with that. What was that one they did that that crashed so bad? Snow White, was it?
That was horrible.
Yeah, the one they did. What was that? A couple of years ago,
They
wasn't it?
just stay in their damn lane. Everybody be happy.
Yeah, they spend 250 million making these movies, and they can't figure out why. Buzz Runner. You're probably right, but they can't figure out why they can't make their money back. It's because they're spending ungodly amounts to make these movies. That's just ridiculous. So this guy, obviously, he went from being fired because he had a sense of humor to being woke, and now he's blaming everything on Donald Trump. So I'll leave that right there. But here's one, actually good news. This guy right here, he was part of a clinical trial for a test drug for cancer tumors, brain tumors. And after, a couple of years of taking these doses every couple of months, his tumor's gone. He has no sign of it ever even being there. But the drug, I can't even understand the name there. Ain't no way I can pronounce that. But you can bet your ass you'll never hear about that again. That's going to go away. It'll vanish. Same thing happened here in Florida back in, I think it was 2002 or 2003. There was a chemist at the University of Florida who was curing tumors in mice with just one injection. I saw it on the news, Channel 6, the local news here. Saw it once. I can't find it anywhere now. You will not find it.
Well, you can't cure cancer. Everybody go out of
That's right.
business.
There's too much money in cancer research for them to cure it. They'll never cure it. As long as Big Pharma's running this country, there'll never be a cure for anything serious like that. You can bet on that. Looks like Nishka joined us. All right. There we go. They need to learn like Budweiser and Target. Did Target? I mean, I know Budweiser did, but Target still kind of.
They got better.
They're better, but they're kind of on the fringe. So we'll see how that comes along. That's right. There's no money in cures. If they give you something that cures you, then you're not a customer anymore. It's that simple. But let me get on by that. All right. Here's one a lot of people didn't hear about. Got ice in my mouth. Sorry, guys. This CrowdStrike software that a lot of hospitals and big corporations have, but especially the hospitals. They had 759 hospitals that had their internet services disrupted that affected patient care in the last 12 months because that software, it has holes in it. But this actually affected patient care. They had patients that weren't getting medications on time, but they had patients that were supposed to get procedures on a certain date and a certain time, and those fell through. But this software system, they will not admit that it was a crash. It was a hack. Somebody hacked that system. Now, these are the people, just like the cancer thing there, these are the people that are supposed to be in charge of our health and our welfare. But something like that happens, and they're not going to let anybody know because they're afraid it might cost them money. That's a joke. So if anything like that happened to you recently, if your doctor's appointment, didn't notify you, or you had surgery rescheduled, or you didn't get your drugs refilled on time, it's probably because of that right there. You might want to check with your provider and see if they're part of that system. If they are, that's what caused your problem. But they're never going to come right out and say it, that's for sure.
JD Prepping Erie is here.
JD Prepping Erie, there we go. Thank you for coming on board. I appreciate it very much. Hopefully we'll entertain you here or let you know something you're not familiar with. But we're going to be talking about something here in a little while I'm going to be needing your input on. Let's see what we got going here. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. A lot of people didn't even know this. There was a U.S. general that made insinuated that the U.S. could take this Russian province that's detached from Russia. What is it called? Oh, shoot, I can't remember it. Oh, what's the name of that? Kaliningrad, excuse me, brain part. Kaliningrad is part of Russia, actually, but it's separated from the Russian mainland. It's not even close. You can see right there, there's actually nations in between Kaliningrad and Russia, but it's a Russian province. And a U.S. general made a statement this week about how easy it would be for the U.S. just to take it if we wanted to take it. Well, right away, Russia responded with their usual nuclear threat. So, you might want to keep your eyes on that. I don't know if they got something going on underground that they hadn't told us about, something going on, in the shadows, but maybe. I don't know if they can cut that off. That's one of the main ports for Russia over there. If they can cut that off, that'll help in the war with Ukraine. So we'll see what happens. That just kind of popped up on my radar, and I thought I'd tell you about it. But here at home, we've got a little problem going on. Over at Mount Rainier in Washington, scientists have found out that there's more than, they have information on more than 800 tremors have been rattling around that volcano in the last couple of months. And that's not good, y'all. It last erupted in the year 1450. So if it blows, it's going to be a good one. We know that's going to be a hell of a fireworks show, going to make a mess. But all of those volcanoes up in that area, around Washington, Alaska, off the coast, they've been rattling around a lot lately. And there's been a lot of earthquakes. What you got, babe?
You can finish. Are you done with that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Lynn Stalker asked, what are your thoughts on the duty to warn letter for the state of Florida's ex-military?
Yeah, I mean, that's something they should have been doing all along.
Have they given out a letter?
They haven't. I don't know if they actually issued it to everybody or not.
Should they or have they?
Yeah, they should. I think they did. But that's something they need to be doing anyway whenever a threat like that pops up. They actually need to do that automatically. So, yeah, that's something that needs to. It looks like Linda Farrow made it. All right. Thank you so much, Linda. All right. But that's just, one of the things that we should have been on top of all along. But now they're just coming around to it. They have it this week. Good. That should have been standard procedure. Should have been SOP for the military. But let's get back to, all right, our volcanoes. All right, scientists have found signs from Yellowstone that it's building up to an eruption. They went back and used a new program to check their seismographs and stuff, and they found over 86,000 earthquakes. They were minor, but they were there that they didn't know about before. In previous years. So that's not looking good either. There's a lot going on out there, y'all, with them earthquakes and those volcanoes and stuff like that. So we need to get ready for that. I'm sure you all know if Yellowstone blows, it's going to be a mess for everybody. Fortunately, Florida, where I'm at, is one of the areas that won't be immediately impacted, as far as ecologically, I should say. We're not going to have a ash cloud or anything like that around here, but it will affect us in the long run, but immediately it won't be a problem. So, if you're up there in that area, hey, you need to be keeping an eye on this stuff, guys. Absolutely. But look at that right there. Don't forget to hit the like, y'all. Appreciate it if you would. Hit that like. And like I said, we're only 17 away from giving away that solar power generator. So if you got friends or neighbors that you think might be interested in what we're doing here, tell them to come on over and join us. I'm looking forward to giving that away to one of you guys. But let's get on to what we're here to talk about. And that's what's going on in D.C. It looks like Tulsi is exposing everything that the Obama administration actually put into motion trying to undermine Donald Trump's presidency. Now, we're not here to talk about the politics. You know, if they did that, which I'm sure they did, she has their own memos back and forth between people, which is stupid. If you're going to do something illegal, damn sure don't write it down anywhere, ever. Okay? But she has her own memos to use against them. She sent all of that over to the Justice Department. But that's not what we're going to talk about tonight. Here's what we're going to talk about as far as that goes. Now, I think if they did do that, they need to be prosecuted. Every one of them. There needs to be a special grand jury. They need to hear the evidence. And if it's true, they need to return indictments and they need to arrest these people. That's where the problem's going to start. We know how the left is when they're, something like this. Let's say they did indict Barack Obama. And they were going to, he had to do just like Donald Trump did. He had to go turn himself in, get his mugshot done, get his fingerprints done, get a court date set. Well, you know what's going to happen if that occurs, you know what the result's going to be. The left's going to go crazy. And all of the Soros type people of the world are going to be pumping out money hand over fist, millions and millions and millions of dollars, calling out all of their actors. And they're going to stir up civil unrest all across this country. Now, here's the thing. Are you ready for it? It's going to start in the downtown areas, like it always does. They'll start with the rioting there. But they're not going to let it end there. Not if this happens. They're not going to let it end right there. They're going to push it out to the average person because they want us to live in fear. Now, if they come rolling down your street, let's say a band of 20, 30 people come rolling down your street. Are you ready for that? Are you ready to face what might happen? It's hard to say. Now, if you live in the suburbs like we do, yeah, I know I'm surrounded by liberals here. I know that. They're everywhere. But they're not the kind of people that would do something like that. But if it did happen, you have that group mentality thing going on. I've seen it firsthand being a police officer, guys. People that are absolutely peaceful. They get that mob mentality going on and they change. And they become a part of the problem. Are you ready for that? If your neighbor across the street or down the street or the next block over wants to join that mob and come marching down your road. Now, the people you don't know probably won't be a problem to take care of. But when you look at that face, that guy that you've seen cutting his grass, you've waved at him, he said hello while he's walking his dog or whatever, are you going to be able to deal with that person being that way? It's going to be hard. Now, this is where me and YouTube will disagree. Neutralize them. If it does come down your street, if they are bringing it into your area, you do what you have to do to protect you, no matter who is out there. Yeah, old Bob across the street, he's a good old boy, but he's out there in the middle of that crowd shaking them sticks and throwing them rocks, and they start coming towards your house. Old Bob's got to go. It's that simple. You need to think about it, guys, because what is happening in D.C. right now is the kind of thing that could push this country into civil war. Now, we know the left wants that, but they want something that they're going to wish they didn't get if it does happen. I'm telling you, this is the kind of thing that can do that. You got something over there?
No,
Oh,
I had an itch on my
Oh,
neck.
all right. I thought I saw you raise your hand.
No, I just scratched my neck.
But, you know, think about, these are the things you got to think about right now, because this is where they're pushing us to. You know, a couple of years ago, you know, I was the one that sat right here and said, who are you going to fight? You don't know, you know, what's going on with your neighbors down the street, or, you know, the guy next door or whatever. But now I'm telling you, you got to have a different mindset than we had 2 years ago. You have to look at this as an absolute possibility. It can happen. They're pushing it that way. And that's the sign of what we got going on right here. If you think it can't happen, you're sadly mistaken. Because there are multi-billionaires and multi-millionaires that have people sitting on G waiting on O. They're just waiting. They're waiting to go. All right. They've done it many times in the past, but if this does happen, they're going to push it to a level like we've never seen before.
Everybody's worried about Tulsi.
You have to be ready for it. I'm surprised Tulsi hadn't already woke up dead one morning. I'm serious. You know, she's putting it all out there. You know, a lot of people are saying, oh, she's just doing this to distract from the Epstein list. I don't give a damn about that. There is no Epstein list. First, let me say that. There is no list. That's crap. There are case files on that.
You're gone.
I'm back.
Oh, yeah, you did go away for a second.
All right. I was gone there for a minute. I don't know if that was a warning or what, but like I was saying, there is no Epstein list.
You didn't. Oh, there you are.
Purple's in. Let me say hello while you're there, while I'm here. Thank you for joining me.
We're in Iowa.
Where you at in Iowa? All right. They're trying to, I'm sure that's just something to let me know I need to get off what I'm talking about. So guess what? I'm not going to. Get ready. They're pushing both of these things, the Epstein thing and the Russiagate thing, to try to separate us. Okay? Don't fall for it. You just get ready for what the result's going to be. In central Iowa. All right. Get ready, guys. This is the kind of thing that'll push it that far. A lot of people don't think so. I do. I truly do. If you need to know what you want, what you need to get ready to go, shoot me an email. Let's put my email address up there. I don't know why I don't do that when I start every week. Shoot me an email if you got any concerns, any questions whatsoever about what you might need to do in case things go absolutely sideways in a hurry. I will be glad to help you out, help you get ready. What kind of ideas you guys got? What do you think is going to happen? Let me know. Pop it in there. Let everybody know. But get ready for it to roll down your street. They're pushing it hard. This is the kind of thing that Purple's in. Oh, you're going to be a Mount. All right. This is the kind of thing that can push it all the way. We know they want it. They might get it. It's that simple. Think about it. Like I said, if you got any questions about what to do to get ready, shoot me that email. Right there's my email address. Boop, 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 boop. All right. That's what I wanted to come to you tonight for, folks, to let you know to get ready. And it looked like I did that. I don't know what happened with the signal there. We dropped a couple of times, maybe when I said the E word. Epstein. All right. Maybe that's what did it. Rural, happy. You think it'll be in the big cities. That's where it's going to start. That's what I said. That's where it's going to
We
start.
were talking about that the other day, about whenever all this crap starts, it's always in the city.
Yep. Yeah, it always starts in the city. What we got here? Ooh, comment went away. Where'd it go? All right. There. Oh, dang it. There it is right there. Yeah, stocked up. Yeah, there you go. Right there. Gotta have that. Gotta have that.
Craig
Yeah.
said George Soros is buying one of the largest radio stations in New Orleans.
Yeah, he owns several across the country already.
Why?
And TV stations. There's only about 4 or 5 corporations that owns all the radio and TV stations across the country. All of them. That's just one he's adding to his collection. That's where all of the liberal mess is spewed out from. So watch different news sources, guys. Don't watch just one. Watch various sources like I do every morning. I probably hit 20 or 25 news sources every morning.
That's because he's waiting for me to get up and cook breakfast.
Yeah, I'm waiting on her to cook breakfast. I hit a lot of news sources every morning.
Yeah.
I get to view points from all directions. That's why when I post something here, unlike some channels that I've noticed, when I talk about something, let me put something up here as an example. Right there. That came from the Daily Mail. Whenever I talk to you about something, I'll find a source and I'll tag it right there. You can go see for it. Go see for yourself. Now, there's a lot of prepper channels that want to get out there and complain about things, and they'll say this is happening and that's happening. It's being reported that's happening, but they have nothing to back up their information. There's one right now. It's a big channel. You know, he's out there spewing all kinds of Trump derangement syndrome crap, talking about different things, but he never quotes any sources. It's all just his idea. So they mean nothing to me. And that's the way you got to look at when you go to these prepper channels or these news channels, people that you think are telling you what's going on, if they're telling you something like that, they should be showing you a source where they found that. I never report anything like that without telling you, ever. Okay, like, well, this one right here, we know where this one came from. I didn't have room to put it there. It wouldn't fit in the picture. But that was Fox. They didn't have that picture in there. I'll put the picture in there, but that's their headline. That's a headline from Fox. You can go look it up yourself.
Linda Farrow asked if you use ground news.
There we go. I'm gone again.
You're still good over here. Oh, there you went. No, you're good.
There we go. All right. Looks like my signal's getting weak.
News?
Ground news.
That's what Linda Farrow's asking about.
Never heard of that, but I will look it up and see what it is. I find stories and then I snip them here for you guys to talk to you about them. And I always put my sources up there. Yeah, the other day I wonder what was going on. Lost all cell service. That's not good.
And computers.
Oh, wow. Computers weren't working. I understand that Skylink, isn't that?
Starlink?
Starlink went down today, I understand. And they don't know why. They're looking into that. But they're going to try to get that straight. I hope it's back up now because maybe a few of you are
said
watching.
It just lasted an hour or so.
But
looks like a couple people are using ground news. You'll have to check
I'll have to check ground news out. I will do that.
Yeah.
I'll do that in the morning while I'm having my coffee and doing my research. So thank you guys for forwarding that to me. But keep your eyes on what's going on, guys. There's a lot happening right now. None of it's good. It can all result in something bad. So keep your eyes open. Make the best of it you can. Get ready the best you can. It looks like the stock market, the economy is doing okay right now. Well, that hadn't happened in 3 or 4 years. So right now I'm not worried about that. I know the price of my silver keeps going up, and I like that. But the problem is that means the dollar's getting weaker. So
Skynet.
keep your eyes on that Skynet. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be back. But hey, hey, Michelle J dropped in. All right.
She wants to know what kind of coffee you drink.
I drank Maxwell House, good to the last drop. Right out of Tennessee. That's where Maxwell House started. But keep your eyes on what's going on, guys. It ain't looking good.
What is the Genius Act?
Oh, the Genius Act is where I can't explain it all completely, but basically they're trying to start a new digital currency.
Purple Zen says it's all a trap.
Yeah, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Yeah. Do your own research, folks, just like I do. All right. Don't take anybody's word for it. If you're interested in something, if something's going to affect your life, you research it. You find out what you can about it, and you make your own determination. Don't let Fox, CNN, MSNBC, ABC, none of them tell you what's going on. If it's something that affects your life, you get out and research it, and you make your own determination. And I think that's a good place to end this thing. I done run over that 30 minutes. Appreciate y'all being here with me. I love every one of you. All right. Keep your eyes open. If you got any questions, any comments, shoot them to me in an email, or like I said, post them in the comments down there below. Let everybody else know what you're thinking. If I don't like it, I'll just learn to deal with it. I'm open to, opinions that aren't the same as mine. As long as you keep it clean, got no problem with that. So stay strong, keep prepping, and pray for the USA. Love every one of you. The Orlando Prepper is out.